Something new is coming to State of Decay 2 in Update 18. Today we're going to take a few guesses at what it might be right after this. Hey everyone, Sam here, also known as Mr. Stainless, and today we're taking a look at the announcement that Undead Labs made regarding State of Decay 2 on Friday. But before we jump into that, why not hit the subscribe button? I upload a new video every week and it's a great way to support the channel. Now on Friday, over on the State of Decay Twitter page, they tweeted out this photograph with the message, "Coming soon, tune into our live stream Monday at 3 PM PDT for more details." And since posting, the tweet has been liked nearly 1,000 times, it's had a few hundred retweets, and the replies have been almost exclusively positive, with people wondering what this could be teasing. They equally posted another photo yesterday on Saturday, elaborating further on the live stream, saying that they're going to be joined by John McFarlane from Rare, the creators of Sea of Thieves, who will be helping to showcase the Plunder Pack. Now we've known about the Plunder Pack for a while, and this is the content pack which will be a crossover between State of Decay and Sea of Thieves, where we'll no doubt be getting quite a few pirate related items. Now the stream photo already showcased a skull cutlass as well as a Kraken hoodie, which you can see on screen. There's equally a chance that the sniper rifle we see on the character's back there could be a State of Decay version of something like the Eye of the Reach, that is the sniper rifle that we can get in Sea of Thieves. Now, most likely, especially given these content packs' histories, the sniper rifle, if it is something like that, isn't going to be completely new. The stats will most likely be a carbon copy or very similar to one of the higher level sniper rifles that we have in the game, but what probably will be different is how it looks in the cosmetic items, which is a kind of theme that we're seeing with a lot of these content packs and the weapons that they perhaps introduce. Now, while a content pack is cool and all, I think the real interest surrounding all of this is regarding Update 18 and the introduction of whatever this green zone is. Now, reading through the comments on the State of Decay 2 subreddit as well as on Twitter, the community have quite a variety of thoughts on what this green zone could be. Some people have been suggesting that this will be an update that will expand upon farming in the game, others thinking it will be something military related, and yet others suggesting that it could be something related to bloaters and or radiation, perhaps. So what I've been doing is I've been thinking a little bit about this too, and I've come up with some thoughts and ideas that I think the green zone could be. Now, some of these ideas I think could be really cool. Some of the ideas I've come up with I don't think would be cool at all, but I think they're possibly what they could be announcing. So why not let me know what you think of these ideas down in the comments below. I've got 3 of them for you, so I'll be surprised if any of these are correct, but we'll see. So my first thought when I saw this was that this could be a new full add-on to State of Decay 2, like we had with Lifeline in State of Decay 1, which was much more military focused. Now this could be an expansion, much like Heartland, that tells the story of the military returning to reclaim the country from the undead. I know a lot of players are always asking for more story content, so this could be something like Heartland that's kind of an offshoot of the main game that just interjects a little bit more story. At the same time, I have a lot of doubt about this being the green zone. Usually with large content additions to the game, the developers announce it with a trailer, or they'll be a bit more specific with it. For instance, with Daybreak, that released a trailer which then pointed us to the Xbox stream, which was where we went to get more information about it, and there had been a lot of talk about Daybreak well before it was released on the developer streams, so we had a primer of what it would be, and I knew that it would be a content expansion. I know a lot of the comments on the tweet and in the subreddit think that it's going to be something military related like this, or at least hoping it is, but given the more low-key way that they're announcing it, I don't think that it will be. I equally don't think that Green Zone is going to be a military content pack either. At the end of the day, there are quite a few military related items in the game, and there are more military clothing items and militaristic weapons being added all the time. I equally think it's unlikely it would be a military content pack, since they're already going to be implementing the Plunder Pack, and the idea of adding 2 content packs at the same time kinda seems doubtful to me because it would take the emphasis away from both. What I equally think it may turn out to be is a facility mod content pack looking at things like green energy and renewable energy. Now, I know that that sounds kind of weird, and it really takes the fact that it's called Green Zone very literally, but sometimes the correct answers when it comes to these things are the most obvious ones. Perhaps with this update, we do see an overhaul to how farming works in the game, as well as an expansion of renewable energy based facilities and mods. What I think could be really interesting is if we saw an introduction of solar powered or electric cars. These cars no longer run on fuel, but instead run on sunlight or electrical charge, meaning that we can more or less drive as much as we want during the day, but would need to conserve the energy of the car at night. When it comes to facilities, perhaps we get the opportunity to build a wind turbine in our base to silently produce electricity that is perhaps cheaper to build than the solar panels. Now, solar panels, if you've built them in the game, you'll know this, they take up a lot of room in our bases, and you need a specialist in order to build them. Perhaps the wind turbines could be built at a lower skill level or without the knowledge of building and construction, or a larger variety of people, could build them on a smaller slot. I think something like this could be possible. It's definitely very much on the nose, and it takes the title they've given this update very, very literally, but I think it just might be sensible enough to be the right answer. The final idea I had when I came up with this, when I was looking at the photo, I wanted to take it into Photoshop to tweak it a little bit to see if I could get any more clarity on what's actually in that photo. One thing that I found curious was how we see all these zombies on the roof pouring down like something out of World War Z. Something like this isn't a normal occurrence in State of Decay 2, and there's a very real possibility that it's simply staged for the photo, but I was curious about the backpack on the back of the survivor. Now, it looks kind of odd to me. At first I thought it was just a large backpack, but it seems really thin, and while it is pretty wide, it's not bulky or as deep as a normal large backpack. I equally don't think it's a rucksack of items either, and that's when the idea came to me. What if Green Zone refers to some form of Battle Royale-esque game mode that is coming to State of Decay 2? And that's when it occurred to me that this idea is just crazy enough that it genuinely might be the right one. Now, I may be reading into it too much, but we have the State of Decay 2 crossover with Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is much more PvP focused and equally has an arena versus mode where players can fight against one another. What if Green Zone is not necessarily even a PvP, but what if it's a PvE mode where players spawn in on the map and have to survive against insurmountable odds as the safe zone, or the Green Zone, shrinks? Perhaps the military or Red Talon are about to kind of carpet bomb the entire map to get rid of the blood plague and the zombies, and you've got to get to the area where you'll be safe, picking up resources and guns and ammo to fend off these roving hordes. Most likely we'll have tons of hordes just constantly spawning, juggernauts, ferals, maybe hordes of ferals spawning as the Green Zone gets smaller. Now, maybe this will be another way for people to earn prestige in the game without having to play Daybreak. But for me, I'm not particularly a fan of Battle Royale games, and I think having a Battle Royale-esque game mode in State of Decay could be kind of strange, but I think this idea is so left field and so kind of strange and odd that it actually may just be right. And I know ever since the game came out, I think maybe A Squad Gaming back in the day, whenever it was Daybreak or Heartland, I think he had said at the time, oh, maybe this will be a Battle Royale mode or something like that coming to State of Decay 2. And at that time, I think a lot of us were like, oh, no, I don't think we'll ever see a Battle Royale-esque game mode coming to State of Decay 2. I think, and I hope I'm kind of wrong, I think this could be something like that. Now, as much as I think it would be strange, if it was done right, and I would I put trust in Undead Labs that if they were going to introduce something like this, it would be done correctly, but it could be kind of cool. And, you know, I could see how, you know, if there was really intense music and you have this, you know, you're on a constant retreat, how it could be a really cool game mode for you to play with friends. But part of me wonders, it was just, as I was writing this video, it just came to me and I kind of thought, you know what? This is just crazy enough that it might just be the right answer. The thing is, what do you think this is? Now for me, I'll be bringing you all a breakdown of whatever they announce after the live stream on Monday, but why don't you let me know down in the comments what you think they'll show and what you'd like it to be. But folks, that's all I've got for today's video. Why not join my Discord to continue the conversation? There's a link in the video description, but until next time, have a great week, and I'll speak to you all soon.